Hello, welcome to Crafting with the Crafty Chick. Thank you so much for coming and spending some time and crafting with me today. I hope that you will have fun and maybe have your spirits lifted by making this beautiful butterfly card. It just speaks all kind of happy. The colors are nice and bright and happy, and butterflies. Who doesn't like butterflies? So this is part of this paper is a special promotion that's going on right now with Stampin' Up! And I believe this is only available until May 3rd or until supplies last, I think. I'll have to double check on that, but I love this butterfly paper. It's just beautiful, and we're using a few different patterns on this paper, and you get a lot with this pack. It's 48 sheets, which is our standard amount that we get in our 6x6 pack, but the difference is for each pattern you get 8 sheets of each pattern, which is awesome. So this is the Butterfly Bijou 6x6 DSP, and special promotion, limited time, and once they're out, that's it. These will not be in the upcoming catalog. There is a bundle that coordinates with this, and that one will be in the new catalog. And so if you want this paper, now is your chance to get it, because it will not be available. It will not be in the new catalog. So this is what we're using on our card today. So everything on here with the exception of the base and then our layers and this Whisper White piece, these butterflies all came from this paper, and this butterfly piece down here as well as the top piece all came from this paper pack. So I'm just going to show you guys really quick here. So as you can see, this is the top piece, and they are double-sided, and I used every single sheet I had of this pattern, which is our bottom piece, and then just kind of like painted splotches or watercolor, whatever design you want to call that. And then these butterflies here I actually cut out from this piece. So as you can see, this pink one was up here, and then I think this one was down here, and then we have this piece that was up here, and so I just cut them out. Now they do have, the bundle that coordinates with this does have coordinating dies that I think cuts a lot of these butterflies out. I don't have that bundle, so I just fussy cut, which is what we're going to do today for our card. So, but really, really pretty paper. This is kind of like a rainbow pattern, which I thought would be perfect for like unicorn cards. And so this is a whole sheet where there's no butterflies that have been cut out. And then that rainbow pattern on the back. So really, really cute paper. I love the colors. I love the pattern. And so here's another kind of ink splotches. And then more butterflies on this side. And this one I think is my most favorite of all of the pieces in here. It's lots of butterflies, but a rainbow pattern, rainbow colors. So that one's really pretty. And then kind of like a tie-dye effect on that side. And this is, if I remember right, I want to say this pack was $11.50. And then here's this one. I have an idea. I cannot wait to play with this one. So really pretty paper. And then I think there's two more patterns I can show you guys really quick. So here is the bottom pattern of our card. And then the ink splotches on the other side. And then there's one more pattern here. But these are just happy colors. And then here's the pattern that we used at the top of our card. So there you go. There's this Butterfly DSP pack. Again, limited time only. So if you want to get it, you better get it now. Okay. So put this away, and then I'm going to bring our card back in just so you guys can look at that for a moment, and then I'm bringing in some of the other supplies that we've used. So this ribbon back here, which kind of covers up the seam between these two layers, this is our Bumblebee ribbon that's in our annual catalog, and Bumblebee is one of our current ink colors. So This is the color that goes with the Magenta Madness, the bright pink, and those. And then we did not use any of the stamps on the So Sentimental, but the coordinating dies that go with it we did use. And it's to Stitch So Sweetly, which gives this beautiful stitching all the way around, and then that scallop border, which I love, and I've used that one a lot too. And so here's those dies. So there's a few different sizes, and then they have these ones. Okay, so that's that one. And then we have one more stamp set that we use, which is for our sentiment. This Wishing You a Beautiful Day. I love that. You can use that for so many things. It could be birthdays or Mother's Day, or just a general thinking of you, wishing you have a great day. And that one is from our Tranquil Thoughts, and this one is in our mini catalog. And so this is the sentiment we're using on our card today. Oh, okay. And this one I used twice for our projects this month, because on our next project, I'm using these two sentiments. Life may change, my love and support never will. Wait till you guys see this card. I love it. Okay, let's get crafting. Oh, and then rhinestones. We use rhinestones. So for this project, you are going to need your mono glue and your dimensionals. You will need dimensionals for your butterflies. And then in your kit, I've included rhinestones. I want to tell you, we have 3 different size rhinestones, so be mindful of that. I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but you have the smallest one, and then a medium-sized one, and then a bigger one. And I placed them from smallest to biggest. So it's the small one, the medium, and then the largest down here in the corner. Okay, let's go, let's go. So I'm going to move this off to the side for just a moment, and we're going to get ready to put our card together. Okay, so starting with our base, this is Blushing Bride, and this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then our next piece, so we have 2 Whisper White pieces. One is for the front and one is for our inside liner. And those are 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to glue our Whisper White piece to our Blushing Bride base. We'll go ahead and do that. And you want to leave your border. Okay, make sure that one is down. Put our glue away for just a minute. And then we're going to come in, so you have, this is that Butterfly DSP. And so this piece is 3 3/4 by 3 1/2. And then the bottom DSP piece with the butterflies is 3 3/4 by 2 1/8. Okay. So this is where it gets a little tricky, but basically because we have to attach our ribbon before we glue these pieces on. So what I like to do is take my top piece, and I like to gauge, because I want that white border to show through evenly on both the sides and across the top and the bottom. And so I'm just gauging where I want that. And you have some extra down here because you want to do the same thing down here on the bottom. You want to have about the same amount of that white border so that it is consistent. And so what this allows you to do is it gives you some extra room to glue this piece right on. And because mono glue is so forgiving, you've got a little bit of time and some wiggle room to get your paper put into place. And so I'm just keeping this in place, making sure it's lined up where I want it to be. And I'm coming in and gluing this piece down. And you want to be mindful of the direction of your butterflies, because if this butterfly is facing downward, you've got it upside down. Okay, that looks good, and you want to make sure that that bonds, because you do not want this moving when you're trying to attach your ribbon. Okay, I'll go ahead and glue those together. Okay, and now we're going to take our Bumblebee ribbon, so we're going to lift this up off of our card, and we're going to take this piece and just attach it to our card. Now you can use tear and tape, you can use glue dots to attach the back, or put one in the middle or a couple. I don't recommend using monoglue for this. You can use a high tack adhesive, and so I'm going to go ahead and use glue dots for mine today. So let me get those out. Okay, my glue dots. And so I like to, and this is not my idea, but we call this the kiss it, where you take your product and you stick the glue dot so you're kissing it, I guess. It's been around for a long time. So, and then I'm going to put one in the middle here. Okay, I think I'm going to go one more right here. And so now I have the glue dots on. These things are really sticky. So now I'm just going to go ahead, and you want to keep this straight and taut as much as you can. If you have a piece of a glue dot, just kind of tuck it and roll it under. Okay, so you want to pull this tight, and what you want to do is cover that seam. And now I'm just going to make sure that that is attached. Okay, and then we're going to flip it over, and I have a glue dot on each end, and I'm going to go ahead and secure those down. Okay, and now you have your seam covered. I think this one is up a little. There we go. Okay, so now we're ready to attach this piece to the front of our card. It's just, if you had glued this part down, then you wouldn't have had any place to tuck your ribbon, and you wouldn't have been able to tuck it behind this because we've already glued this piece down. Okay, so same thing, we want to leave that white border on all four sides, all the way around. Just making sure that that is secured. Okay, and now we're going to take our sentiment piece, and we're going to put dimensionals on the back of that. And I use the big ones. And I just put one in each corner and then one in the center. Okay. And so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to just visualize. We're not going to stick it down yet, and I'll tell you why in a minute. It's because we're going to fussy cut our butterflies out. And this is the biggest butterfly, which is going to go up here in the corner. But you need to be able to gauge where, because you don't want your butterflies out, extending out over the edge of your card. So we'll get to that when we're done fussy cutting our butterflies out, and this is pretty quick and easy. I do leave, just like when we do our die cutting, how we have, our die cuts will have just a white border around. So you can cut right on the outline line if you want, or you can have that white border, just like when we do a die cut. And these are pretty quick. They don't hardly take any time at all. Now I would say if you're going to do a lot of these, then yeah, you probably want the dies. But I love, okay, our last card was very soft pastel spring colors, and this one is more brighter, happy. Not saying the other cards weren't happy, but you know what I mean. Bright colors. Happy colors. Okay, so there's one, and I've already got this one done. So just wanted to give you guys a chance to kind of cut along with me and get your butterflies cut out so we can put our cards together. I so miss getting together with you guys and crafting. It's going to be a big, big party of the day that we can do that again. I miss all of you. The best part of getting together, aside from getting to see each other and hug each other, is we get to craft, even if we're not working on the same project. It's just sharing. Sharing either what we know or teaching, or, hey, look at this project that I've been working on. It's just fun. It's fun to share those little pieces of ourselves with others. Okay, so no big rush if you are not done fussy cutting yet. So I will go slow here, so no worries, don't feel rushed. But for those of you who still may be fussy cutting, I'm just going to turn my butterflies over, and I'm going to start putting dimensionals on my butterflies. Alright, and you will need the mini dimensionals for this one. We don't need the regular size dimensionals. Alright, so the big one, let's turn this around here, because I've already cut these. Okay, and I'm just going to mention, and for those of you who aren't done yet, you can always go back and rewind or just listen in. So the biggest pink butterfly I have turned over, and on the left hand side I'm going to place two mini dimensionals up here on the top wing. And I will explain why here in a minute, why I'm doing that. And then I'm also going to take on the other side and put two on this side as well. I'm only putting it on the top. Okay, and now I'm going to show you why. Because we have this piece that is popped up with dimensionals, it's already raised. But these part of the wing on our card, where the tops of, where the sides of the wings hit, where those dimensionals are, it's not on this raised part, it's on this part. And so when you attach that down, it still gives that illusion of this butterfly is popped, but not like double popped where you have the whole butterfly. This layer will be popped on top of this pop layer. I hope that makes sense. So, and it just makes it lay a little bit better onto your card. And so we're doing the same concept with these other two, except for the orange one, which is going to go right here. You don't put any dimensionals on the left side, only on the right side. And so I do one on each wing. So one on the bottom on the right side, and then one on the top on the right side. And same thing, because this part of the butterfly is going to lay flush with this white piece, but then this part is going to be popped. Okay, and then for our butterfly that goes down here in the corner, on the left side we're going to do dimensional on both top and bottom. And then on the right side, we're only going to do one on the bottom. Oh, I need to cut some more. Okay, so bottom on the right side. And same thing for the same reason, because this part of the wing is going to be off onto this part, but we want this wing to be flush with this. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, so now we are ready to assemble this part of our card. And so we're going to start with taking off the backing off our dimensionals on our sentiment piece. Okay, make sure that that is right in the center, and I'm not going to stick it down completely yet because I want to make sure that my butterfly is inside my card and right where I want it. Okay, to me that looks good, so I'm going to go ahead and secure that one down. And then we can peel off all of the backings off the dimensionals on our butterflies. And this is another one of those, if you wanted to make multiples of, it's great to do all your cutting, your measurement, your cutting. Do that while you're watching TV. Fussy cut your butterflies. And then it's quick to put together. But wouldn't this be a fun card to get in the mail? Somebody wishing you a beautiful day? Come on. Especially on those days that we all have that, oh, we just need to like go back to bed and start over, right? Okay, so now I'm going to make sure your wings are inside because we want to be able to put this in an envelope. And then our orange one goes next. Remember the right side, the dimensionals are going to be popped and laying flush with this piece. And then down here, I like to angle this butterfly. And there we have our butterflies. And we're ready to put our rhinestones on. 3 different sizes. Here we have the smallest, the medium, and then large. And so I'm going to put the smallest one up here in this corner. Place that down. You have that bling there. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and then our medium-sized one is going to go over here, kind of beside our wishing, but up a little bit. Whatever looks good to you. And then we're going to take our big one. I was doing that so to get the camera to focus. Okay, and then the big one is going to come down here in this bottom corner. Butterflies, happy colors, and bling. Can't go wrong. Okay, so there is the front of our card with our butterflies and all of our bling. And so now we're going to go ahead and open it up and attach our inside liner piece. And I did not do a sentiment on the inside because I wanted this card to be versatile in that you can use it for just about any occasion. Like I said, birthday, just a, hey, I'm thinking about you, Mother's Day. I mean, there's so many different applications for this card. And I didn't want to limit you guys for how you can use it. So, okay. And there we have our butterfly, our happy color butterfly card. Okay, there we have it, you guys. And that was fun and didn't take very much time at all to put together. And let's see, we're rolling in 24 minutes. So, and that was me with all my yakking and showing you this is what we used and this product and that product. So we did pretty good. All right, how fun. How fun, how fun. So I hope that you guys you can either keep it for yourself, but send this to somebody and just wish them a beautiful day. We all love receiving happy mail, and what a fun card, bright and lively and cheerful, and really would put a smile on somebody's face. You should do that today, because we all love that. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for crafting with me today, and I will see you for the next project. If you guys watched my February videos, you will know that I had some details left at the end of that video, the last video, pertaining to March and April. And so, if you didn't get those details, go back and watch them. But one of the details was for March is that I was going to do 3 prize giveaways for March, and then 4 for April. So I guess you don't have to watch it because I just gave it away. Oh well. Anyway, thank you so much for crafting with me today, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.